Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Until the Tea is Cold. Today I'm drinking peppermint tea. I know it's repetitive, but also I didn't have any other tea or new tea to just innovate and bring to the table, so it is what it is. Next week probably I'm gonna buy a new set of tea or maybe something like that so I can try other flavors. Is it called? I don't know if it's called flavors of tea, but I guess. On today's episode, we're gonna talk about a little bit of a rant more than anything. We're gonna rant about games. Just like in that episode that we did a tech talk, I guess. Not a TikTok, a tech talk. We are gonna do a game talk. We are gonna talk about probably my favorite games that I hated playing, games that I am currently playing, and how they make me feel. One in particular, I'm looking at you getting over it. We're gonna enjoy the magnificence of storytelling and animation and cutscenes and gameplay and everything else. So let's just jump into it. Lately, I've been playing multiple games at the same time. I didn't used to do that, but now that I want to record gameplays, actually, I have to do that. I'm currently playing 3 games. Getting over it, that just makes me rage out to no end. It's so frustrating and so difficult. I'm playing 7 Days to Die just to chill, and because I like survival and building things. It's like Minecraft, but with more zombies and even more realistic, I guess, in some weird way. Last but not least, I'm playing Horizon Forbidden West, which is my favorite game ever. Well, not Forbidden West, more like Zero Dawn is my favorite game ever, but we're gonna get into that in a little bit. Right now, let me talk about Getting Over It, because it's a magnificent game, it's a lovely game, it's fun, but also so difficult and so unfair to the point that you want to quit life while playing it. It's gonna reduce you to a ball of suffering, but at the same time, the voice of Bennett Foddy, all the items, and weirdly enough, the grunts and the whops of the main character are something special and makes you do some introspection, honestly. It made me think about why I'm doing what I'm doing while I play that game, why I like hard games and tough challenges, and also it made me wonder about the world and the background of those things, because I know it was built just for the sake of building and making a game, but at the same time, I don't know, it made me wonder, how did it get there? How was it that all that recollection of stuff came to be? It's weird. It's a weird game, but I encourage you to play it if you like tough challenges. But be warned, the only goal of that game is to make you angry. Well, not the main one, but it's in there, believe me. So let's stop talking about introspection and philosophy about games for a little bit and talk about games that I hate. Or, well, not that I hate, but that I didn't enjoy playing them. And I have a controversial pick for this one, and it is, and I am sorry, fans of that game, but I did not like Hollow Knight. I played around 60 hours of that game because if I start a game, I like to finish it because I want to see everything that it has to offer before making a judgment. But at the same time, oh man, it was just, I didn't enjoy that one. It was weird. The designs are cool, I must admit, but for the rest, it's not my style of game. I usually don't play games like that. I felt like the story wasn't as fulfilling as it could have been, and probably somebody is gonna call me out and say maybe you didn't understand the story, and maybe I didn't, but if I have to go and look outside of the game for making sense of that story, it's just not gonna be as fun. A game should actually, a piece of media should explain itself and it shouldn't make you go and fetch for answers that should be within the game. I'm not saying that it shouldn't make you question some things, but at the same time, the same happens to me with one of my favorite games of all time, Bloodborne. I love that game. I played it 4 times, but the fact still remains. I didn't like that I had to go look for lore and story bits outside of the game. It just defeats the whole point, in my opinion, of that game. I don't know, it's just my opinion, and I know it's kind of weird because you can't like a game even though you don't understand the story or you don't like the story, which happens to me with Control, for example. I love that game, but the story sucks so much. It's just so bland and so shallow that turns me off every time. But the gameplay is fun, the design of the enemies are fine, kind of having that SCP vibe in it also makes it so much better. I am saying that that game is really good in a lot of things, but not good enough story-wise. Just like Hollow Knight for me. It still has some good things, like the biomes are amazing, they're really pretty, the enemy designs are cool, sometimes, not all of them, but a lot of them are just really nice, and the ambience is also something that's just beautiful. So on the topic of hating games, recently there has been some controversy with Pokemon, and that the game is awfully designed, the animations are junky as fuck. The I don't know, the Pokemon design isn't that good as far as I understand it. I haven't played a single Pokemon game in my life, honestly. But it's kind of weird that the industry has come to this point that they release unfinished or incomplete or downright bad games just because they know people are gonna buy them anyways. And it's even crazier that people actually go around and defend that. It's just no good. It's gonna backfire. Why would you defend a broken game that they are selling to you on purpose? Because they know it's broken and they still push it. It's just something that shouldn't happen, and it's dangerous because it sets a precedent that they are gonna think, oh, we can sell them broken games, we can sell them unfinished games, they're gonna buy them anyways, and then we can patch it afterwards. No, and I can bet all my money in my pocket that it's not a lot, that they're gonna start charging for fixes. They're gonna start asking for your money to fix a game. That is dangerous. I don't know if people realize that that can happen and will probably happen someday, and it's just like the updates are gonna be paid for. I don't know, it feels dangerous and feels like a big warning. We should let the industry know, as people that buy games, that we are not gonna accept broken games. We should stop buying broken games. The problem comes with people that want to be the first to play or be the first to review it, and all that culture of fast and right now and we need it right now is also counterproductive, because if you want to have everything right now, you're gonna buy it anyways, because even though it's unfinished, you want to be the first, you want to be the trendsetter, the one who arrives at it first and gets all the views or all the attention or all the money. It's a big, huge red flag, and I don't think people realize that. It also feeds, like I said before, on the culture of being the first and all that short content that we need to consume right now, and it's all a few seconds long because otherwise we lose our attention span. It's something that it's gonna be a problem down the line for sure, but I don't have a fix for it. I'm just talking about it from my own experience and my own views of the world. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinion about that. Also, I know we're talking about Nintendo and it's a little bit different than other companies because the way they handle things is just so strange and bizarre and out of date. Like the same thing that's happened right now with Panda and Smash Brothers tournaments and everything. It's just so weird to me. I am not a big fan of drama, but at the same time I like watching tournaments, and Smash Bros tournaments are fun and it takes a lot of practice. So yeah, Nintendo handling bad the drama and things is just not new, but also at the same time it's frustrating that they can keep doing it just because people buy their games anyways. So let's stop talking about drama and Nintendo and controversies for a little bit, just a little bit, because even though I am not that interested in drama, from time to time, I don't know, my attention is only focused on that, and I'm kind of become obsessed. And I really don't want to go down that rabbit hole of drama and everything that comes with it, and it will make you just addicted. But let's talk about something much more fun, that is my favorite games of all time. Because everybody has a list, and mine is weird. So let me explain. I have an incomplete list of games, okay? My top 10 list is unfinished because I haven't found a game that's worth putting in there, you know? So I have number 1, 2, and 3, and number 9. At number 9, we have Crisis 2. I love that game. It was the first game I played when I bought my PS3, and I had a ton of fun with it because I played it 4 times. Not in a row, but over the years I come back to it. It's not the best game ever. It hasn't have the absolute stunning graphics or the best gameplay or the best story, but for me it's just here in my heart, and sentimental value is something that exists. At number 3, we have Bloodborne, as I said. I love that game. I played it like 3 times or 4, and it's so much fun. The gameplay is amazing. The bosses are so cool. The design of the city and everything is just so rich. And also, it's still a challenge. It doesn't matter how many times you go through with it, it's still challenging, and bosses and enemies are still gonna whoop your ass. At number 2, we have Bioshock 2. I love the Bioshock saga. I love the first one, is mind-blowing. The second one is amazing. And the third one is weird. Bioshock Infinite is peculiar, I guess, but I still like it. And the whole story, like the overall story that comes full circle, is so cool and so nice. But the first one is nice, but the second one is even better. And the third one, it's just, I liked it with everything went down in Rapture. I just, city up in the sky, I'm more of an underwater guy, I guess. And at number 1, as I said earlier, Horizon Zero Dawn. Just, that game blew me away. The story is so cool. Aloy as a main character, I just love her so much. The robotic dinosaurs are just amazing. The story just grabbed me by the throat and wouldn't let me go. So now I want to see if the sequel is up to the challenge or if it's gonna be disappointing. I hope not. I heard good things about it, so I am kind of afraid but also excited. So what do you think about my top 4, top 10 list? I don't know, I think it was decent enough, but I would like to hear yours down in the comments below. Let me know, and maybe I'll check some of them out if I have the time. We're almost done with the tea, so I must rush a little bit. We also have one list that is games we want to play, you know? I want to play, for example, God of War Ragnarok, because I heard great things about that game. The previous one was amazing, and I didn't know that much about God of War until I played the one they released for PS4, and oh man, I was just blown away. Such an amazing storytelling. That's what they have. So good. Like, the story is amazing, but alas, it didn't make it to my top 4, 10. I don't know why. I guess I was too excited and had like the highest expectations. I wanted to fight against more gods, and they were only 3, and it was kind of disappointing, honestly. But I don't know if I have another game I really want to play, and that's Elden Ring. Oh my god, Elden Ring, such an amazing game, so good, great game, and I really want to play it. I honestly want to play Elden Ring so badly. I watched a ton of gameplays and still want to play it for myself because I know it's hard and it's difficult, and that's all I want. The last game on my future playthrough, I guess, is Cuphead, because I really like the design. The animation is so cool. The characters are, I don't know, they're lovely. I really like them. And also, I've been watching season 3 of the Cuphead show, and I really want to play it. like even more now. It's, I don't know, so cool, and I think it's just so pretty, and it's a game that has a cool and I think original design. So, anyways, I am all out of tea, and I kind of wanted to keep talking about it. So definitely, we're gonna do another episode about, I don't know, gaming news slash gaming, because there's so much to talk about. Every year we have like new games and games that are awful and games that are just amazingly good, that are, I don't know, stunning. So we have a lot to talk about yet. So anyways, and I hope you can leave a comment down below telling me about the worst game you ever played, or even the best game you ever played, and maybe even your top 10 list. But anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Memento Frui.